Hello, pioneers. Welcome to Senior Seminar Grad 0001. We're super excited to be with you today because this means that you are nearing the end of your undergraduate journey with Wayland, and we are so excited for you. I hope you're proud of yourself. I know it's taken lots of blood, sweat, tears, and time and sacrifice and money to get to this point, but y'all, you are almost there. So do not give up. Finish strong, finish strong. I'm super excited to be your instructor for this course. My name is Teresa Young. I have sat where you sat. I am a 1994 graduate of Wayland, and now I've worked at the campus for 20 years. I never thought I would say that, but you guys, it's been one of the biggest blessings of my life because I've gotten to know so many of you great students, now alumni, and gotten to work with you in so many different ways. And man, what a blessing. God is really moving and working here at Wayland, and I am more than proud to be part of that journey and part of your journey. So thanks for joining me. I'm here today just to walk you really quickly through some basics of the course. I know you have a printed syllabus and you know how to read, you're an adult. However, I want to hit some high points of things so that there's a few things you don't miss along the way, okay? The basic point of this class is just to finish you out on the things you need before you graduate and walk out the door with us. We're excited that you're doing that, but we're also sort of sad because we hate to see you go. So please feel free to join us for a graduate degree or even to look in one of our campuses and see if we have any position openings and you can come join the family with me. It'd be great to work with you. So a few things. This is set up obviously as an 8-week course. So you're going to get 8 full weeks, different assignments every week to break up what is essentially a checklist of about 14 items. We need you to do from start to finish. That's all you got to do. So you have the full 8 weeks to get them done. However, if you're one of those people that would love to check this off your list and go down the road, you have other courses you're trying to pay attention to, or you got lots of things on your plate, you are welcome to blow through it. You just have to do them all. That's it. So you have access to every single assignment and clipping and material and link right now. You can blow through it at your own pace and finish early if you'd like. That's great. When I tell you, hey, you're done with me, man, then you're done with me and you can move on. If you're one of those people that likes the regimented 8 weeks and you want to spread it out over time and take your time, that's cool too. Totally okay. Now, if you're one of those people that may have some blips in the screen and something happens and you get a week or two behind, also okay. We will accept the late work. However, at the end of the day, hear this. If you don't have all those things off your checklist checked, you cannot pass this course. It's all or none. There is no grade. There's no slipping through with a C. It's literally all or none. This is a pass-fail class, and I cannot give it incomplete. So you got to get it all done. The easy thing is in the grade book, you'll see all 14 of those things listed. So as soon as you're done with one and I check you off and give you the grade book credit, you'll easily be able to focus and track your progress. So if you ever wonder at any time in the class, I wonder if I'm missing anything or am I done with this class? Which hopefully that wouldn't be unclear. However, if you're ever wondering, check the grade book. If you don't have 1,400 points yet, then you're not done. So that's easy. It's easy to see on that list what you may be missing. Okay? High points. We're going to hit some information that you will need to do, that it's the tasks you have to do to finish, right? So you have to fill out the graduation application. You're going to need to work with your advisor and make sure that you have a revised and a reviewed degree plan. Nobody wants any surprises as you're trying to walk across the stage and go, oh, by the way, you forgot. That's a nightmare. Nobody needs that. So at the beginning of this course is the best time for you to check that and make sure everything is okay. Hopefully you've been tracking on that anyway, but it's just one last good check with your advisor, and then you'll fill out the grad application, typically through self-service. We just need some verification that you've done that. So let us know. Then the other things you're going to do are here a little bit. These are easy little handouts and a very brief video about business office and financial aid requirements. We're going to distribute a basic grad requirements and things like that to you, so you'll know all those kind of things. We're going to let you know what you can expect as you move into the Alumni Association as an alum, some of the benefits to you, and wonderful things like that. And then you're going to hit a couple of other things. So we want to introduce you to some great information we think will be a really help to you, whether you're young and just moving out into adulthood or you're a seasoned adult who's been in the workforce for years. We think what we're going to present to you will be super helpful information If nothing else, it may be a great reminder, best practices. And I find that even at my age, every time I see these things, it's a great reminder that this is the best thing to do, to just live a secure and sane life. So we hope that helps you too. What I also love, love, love about it is that I'm bringing in alumni to talk about this. So it's not me telling you how to do things. These are people who do these jobs day in and day out, and they are the experts by far. They're also Wayland graduates, just like you. So you get to hear from some peers that have been very successful and let them share a little bit of their wisdom with you. It's super great. One of the first ones is Lydia Gibson. She is an Air Force veteran and an alumnus of the graduate program, and she's in human resources. So Lydia gives you a wonderful, quick overview on some of the best tips about your job search and resume, cover letters, and also just some really helpful points if you find yourself in an interview. Now you're working right now and you're like, I don't need any of that, but you never know when you might need some of that. And so we want you to just be prepared. Those are great tips. You'll have that video link. It's on our YouTube channel. It's perfectly public. You're welcome to hit it at a later date if you feel like it's a little more pertinent. But I want you to hear some of and grasp some of the basic concepts that Lydia has for you. You'll really love to meet her. The second one that I really love is Johnny Terra. Johnny's one of our a little bit younger alums from the Plainview campus, one of our former athletes, and he is a CPA, incredibly gifted in the area of finance and personal wealth. So Johnny gives you one of what I think is the best overviews of how to set up personal finance, debt repayment, everything like that, with just some really good solid skills. Again, you may be one of those adults that are like, I got this, I make a paycheck, it's all good. Just hang with me. Johnny's got some great tips, and I promise you it may be some stuff that you've never heard before and that could really transform the way you work your own personal finances. So hang with us. It's really great information. Then the last one is Dr. Brent Lynn and the team from the Multidisciplinary Tutorial Services Office here at Wayland that will help you with some great communication skills. Just tidbits. A lot of it should be a duh to you, but you'd be amazed how many people are not great communicators. And in the workforce, it is ultimately so important that you're able to communicate your cause, you're able to communicate tasks, you're able to communicate expectations to subordinates, whatever that looks like. You have to be able to communicate effectively, and you certainly have to be able to do it professionally if you want to get ahead. I'm convinced that it's the biggest thing that keeps someone from moving forward and makes other people propel through a career is that they know how to better communicate. So hang with those. There'll be some really great information for you there too. The other things you're going to do are some what we call on your own assignments. And there are a few things that you'll just do, and then you'll come back to us and show us that you've done them. One of them is the graduating student survey. Super simple. As this course begins, it ought to be loaded to your Blackboard and even remind you that you've been asked to do this survey. You may even do it and think, I don't even know what I just did. When you get a confirmation email from Manu Paul that you have done that survey, shoot that to me through Blackboard or through an email, and it will totally be good. We'll check you off that list. Nothing comes to me to let me know that you've done that, okay? The other one is your major field exam. No matter what your major is, you probably have a major field exam. And for some of you, that could be a simple survey online. For some of you, it may be an extra exam, like in business. And then for some of you, it may be something within your coursework or capstone. So check with your advisor and double check what you might have as a major field exam. Don't just assume you've never heard of that and you don't know anything about it. If you're in education, for example, a lot of times your major field exam is counted as your PPE test toward your certification. So check with your advisor. Do not get to graduation and have someone tell you that you're not done because you didn't do this exam. We have a cheat note out on your syllabus and course information materials that has every major listed and what those exams are. And yes, there are a handful of them, just a few, that do not have an exam. Believe me, if I know that's your major and I've already checked the list, I will give you the credit for that and move you on down the road. Otherwise, you need to get that, make sure you get that done. And they should be loaded to Blackboard. If it's a test, an exam, a survey, or anything like that, we'll make sure they're loaded to your Blackboard. The last one is what we call the ETS. It's an educational testing service profile. It's general information, general knowledge information that you should glean as a college student. And it's also an essay test. There are 2 sections to it. They are timed, and you're going to want to follow the instructions that are listed on the syllabus and the information to a T to check your browser, make sure your computer works good. It'll give you the green thumb. As soon as it does and you hit go, it's timed. So make sure you are sitting and ready to focus on that test and get it done. The scores do not make a difference to us. You don't pass or fail based on your scores of this test or this essay, but we do need the scores. So I want you to screenshot your scores once you get them, shoot them to me. I'll give you credit for the test. Remember, there's 2 parts to it, so you have to do both of them to get credit for that. The last thing we're going to have you do is a resume and cover letter. Yes, some of you may have that. You even may have to pull it out of the depths of your computer files because you haven't used one in years. That's okay. The point of this is to make sure that when you leave this class, you all have a good working resume that has been reviewed with some professional feedback. That's the key. So what I want you to do is 2 things. Send me your resume and a cover letter. You have to have the letter as well. It's part of the assignment. If you don't have a cover letter, you've never written one before, create a cover letter based on maybe a dream job that you'd like to have. Plug in correct information for what that might look like. Write it as if you're actually writing to an employer and applying for a job, because we want to be able to give you some real-time feedback. Send us that resume. We'll give you some great feedback. I tend to send you my own feedback. And then the second part of that assignment, step 2, if you will, is to send it to the Multidisciplinary Tutorial Services Office, and they will do a review for you. If you happen to be located physically on the Plainview campus, you can go in and do that as a face-to-face appointment, and they will sit down with you and walk through that with you. Most of you are not going to fit that bill, and this can totally be done online. You will go through the links that I give you in the assignment. You'll make an appointment with them. That's just a time holder. You don't have to set aside 9 p.m. to go talk to anybody. You just give them a placeholder. You send them your documents. They will review them. They'll record a little video explaining their feedback to you, and they'll shoot it all back to you typically within 24 to 48 hours. So it can be quick. Please hear me on this. Do not wait till the last second for that. If you wait till the last 2 days before the class is over to get your MTS review done, it does not always end well. If they can't get you in because everybody else is getting last minute stuff reviewed there, then it will not reflect well. You may not be able to get in, and you may not be able to get in time for me to turn my grades in, and that will impact you passing this class. I implore you, when you get that resume and cover letter done and you send it to me, which is week 5, in the syllabus here, then go ahead and shoot it to MTS. Get it taken care of and get it over with. They'll send you feedback, and you can send that to me. They'll also let me know that you've come, usually within a couple of days. So just get it done. Trust me on this, pioneers. You do not want to wait till the last second. You don't want one more thing stressing you out, and you sure don't want me breathing down your throat and stressing you out. I would like to not have to pull you to the finish line. I want to cheer you to the finish line. So again, we're so excited that you're here, and you're joining an amazing family of almost 60,000 alumni who have called Wayland home in some location, in some time in their life. It's a special place. Over my shoulder here, you're seeing our founder, Dr. James Henry Wayland. He was a physician, an actual medical doctor who helped found this university with his gifts and his passion for Christian education. And we are sitting in a place today that bears both his name and his legacy, because we've kept all those things alive. Access to education wrapped in a Christian worldview where you're going to get values and people that care about you and love you, and then a solid, good education to send you out in life to be a better person, to serve your world, to serve your community. Many of you are already doing that through your jobs or maybe through military service. Thank you again. Or you just may be doing your thing as a mom and a dad, and that is also an amazing calling. So we're super glad you're here. I can't wait to finish this out with you in 8 weeks and be cheering each other on. So hang in there, reach out to me if you have any questions, and best of luck to you, pioneers.